So, as I said, third time's the charm, hopefully. Yet again, still the same civilization, Zeus, Loki, Isis, and Uranus, Kronos, Isis. Well, let's see if Swiss boy this time is gonna be for the third time a bit different position. Swiss boy green. Third time he is still in the pocket. This is actually quite funny. 3 attempts on Anatolia, 3 times actually he's in the pocket. Right now, Ikaro and his teammate Mikhail are a bit switched around, so it seems like that actually green is gonna be coming to the top. So it definitely is an idea by Frosts that the two Atlanteans are gonna be playing together, whereas the Isis is gonna be alone, which makes plenty of sense because Egyptians on AoT definitely can fend off potentially even two opponents, so it's quite alright. As of course, otherwise we are gonna be looking on the other side. Well, this time it's gonna be Ivano Terrivel on the right, who is gonna be of course fighting for the water, and he's gonna be joined potentially by Magic. It seems that there is the villager coming, yeah, forward in there. He should be definitely coming a whole lot more into the middle, as once you are two, you are gonna be potentially stealing your allies' fishies if you're not really careful. So yet again, a bit of a freeze in here. So is it again Mikhail or whatnot? Well, because if so, I definitely hope not, because if there was not, and this time it's Ivano. Yeah, this is such a fun match. Such a fun match with such great players in here. Oh well. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Pretty good point right about now by Icromate. So right now, at least, nobody can actually complain that the other team is elegant, because it's apparently both teams having problems with the connection in there. Yeah, with Karo, that's definitely right. That's a good point to make by Magic in there. Otherwise, though, the legs are apparently potentially gonna be coming from both sides, so it would be better if they just stopped talking about nonsenses and started playing. Anyway, we are looking at Sweet Boy, who is already scouting quite around the map with the oracles, of course, seeing where the gold is. And looking at the town centers, they seem to be quite reasonably positioned in there. Oh, yeah, sure, definitely. Tell the story to all the kids that you meet on your journeys to become the hero of the community. But anyway, of course, right about now, Metallo is gonna be already scouting into the Yellow's base, so he knows who he's going to be playing against. Gonna be Mikhail versus Metallo, definitely quite a nice matchup. And so far, of course, Magic is already having second, how is it called, dock in there, getting ready, as there's still gonna be one threesome, I'm thinking, in here for Ivano Terrivel. Otherwise, he doesn't really need it all that much. I think that actually all those fishies are quite enough for him to reasonably advance into the next age. It shouldn't be really that much of a problem, as we are spawning 2 gold mines for everybody, and they seem to be quite reasonably positioned for all the players. You can see that even though the gold for Magic is a bit forwardish, it's still gonna be protected by the wood line, so not that easy to actually potentially counter by the opponents, as he is quite nicely on the hunt. All the piggies in there, as on the left we are looking chickens actually being the source of food for Metal, which is not really ideal. But it sometimes happens, of course, on Anatolia, as otherwise going for the temple as well, and the gold seems to be positioned quite alright all around his map. Otherwise, yes, plays the dog kinda defensively, it seems to be. Yeah, usually if you were actually thinking you might be fighting for the water a bit more, you could be placing the first dog about here, but I'm definitely certain that second will be somewhere around there, as because of course right about now he is quite nicely having spawned fishies on the left, having threesomes from both sides in there, as of course on the other side it's gonna be the double Atlantean that right about now Metal is scouting through the Catastrophe, so he knows that both Swiss Boy and Mikhail are gonna be on his table pretty soon indeed. Otherwise, a few goats in the middle are right now taken by Mikhail, as they are coming into his base, and we are gonna be looking, for example, at some relics, as we are 3.5 minutes and players are gonna be advancing into classical ages. So favorite trickle, nothing really all that major. This is a super important one for Egyptians. For better rams, Helepolis, Siege Tower, Scarab, and Behemoth's Crash Attack. So this is a really important relic, especially for Magic, of course, because it's closer to him and he's gonna be taking it for himself as fast as possible. If he discovers it, I'm thinking, better villager food carrying capacity, that's not bad, helps with economy efficiency, and faster infantry build time, that's a very good relic. Very good indeed for pretty much anybody in this game, as the better hero speed is also not half bad and could be especially useful for Atlanteans. Because we are having the Uranus here. Well, this is of course Kronos, but Uranus is Mikhail. And if he goes for the raiding with the Kontarai in the Heroic Age, or rather, Mythical Age rather, it doesn't really happen in Heroic Age, on the TC raiding, and he has them even 10% faster, then they're gonna be something like almost 9 speed or whatever nonsense. They're really fast, just by themselves, being heroes. But with 10% on top of that, well, that's almost like +1 on the speed for them. That would be quite significant indeed. So this is gonna be a bit later advanced for Icaro, definitely the usual for Egyptian, as Mickey is the first into the classical age, and this is actually quite slow right about now, actually being ready for Teal. And this is the reason, because he's right now going to be attempting to surprise the pocket player Swiss Boy. And let's see if Swiss Boy is gonna be scouting this. I'm slightly worried for him that he won't. Because he doesn't really have any kind of scouting in there, absolutely none whatsoever. As it's almost looking like that right about now Swiss Boy and Mickey will be interested in actually going full-on attack onto Metalo. Right now Heimdall is coming up, so it should be definitely giving up that there's gonna be some surprise attack. And there's absolutely no defense gonna be for Swiss Boy. And oh man, he's gonna be in a lot of trouble. In a lot of significant troubles in here, as Lord Maximus is gonna be coming through what? Through Hermes right about now, if there was some kind of problem. As of course the other players, Magic is 89% through Anubis, nice advance, as 85% is in for Bust. So definitely right now Magic aiming for the water supremacy. He's gonna be fighting for the water because of course Ivano is just gonna be coming in here. Alright, with his attack, and let's see if he's gonna be using actually correctly the Undermine. He probably is just gonna be coming after the TC. Not really all that much of a problem with that. He doesn't have any kind of defense whatsoever. So this is gonna be goodbye TC fairly easily. As of course on the water it could be resulting into some kind of victory. But nothing all that convincing, as of course Metallo is the Zeus, and Zeus is not half bad on the water as well. As we are gonna be switching here. Of course there's quite nice scouting going on. And let's see if actually this boy is gonna be able to repair it. He shouldn't be. He should be right now just basically escaping because the TC is toastish. There's absolutely no reason for it to actually stay alive. So yep, that's gonna be a bit of protection for the villagers as they're getting away, and he's also raided on the goal. This is of course gonna result into a pretty horrible situation for Frost, because right about now Swiss Boy is out of the game. He's out of the game for about, I don't know, several minutes, if they don't die sooner, like basically all of them. So of course that's to be expected right about now, as on the water at the bottom, just a bit of a stalling situation. Both are already having Pulsane, Icaro and Magic, and there's not gonna be any kind of really significant victor on the water in there, because kinda wide. On the left, there's absolutely no water battle at all, as apparently right now Mikahei has spotted that he should be helping his teammate, and he will be, with all the sneakies coming up. They are of course from Magic. This is gonna be a bit difficult for Mikahei, because he apparently doesn't even have Valor yet. Well, yeah, he has. Unfortunately, he didn't really cast it on time, so his units are kinda deadish, as that was an interesting investment into the towers, which I'm not certain it was the clever one, because it's still 200 wood, 100 gold, and you can definitely use that for your extra TCs that you are gonna be needing pretty soon. So well, that's that. That's that in here. As of course this is really, I just have to repeat it, this is a horrible situation for Frost, because not only are they gonna be losing the water on the left, you can see just Metal gonna be absolutely owning everything. It's just gonna be taking a bit of time to get rid of all of those spam dogs. Nice attempt, but not really working. As of course in the middle, this is completely in the power of EoMs, and they are, well, definitely aiming right now on the other Atlantean, because why go for the Egyptian with the 3 towers when they can force a bit of fun in the enemy base as well. Let's see how some upgrades are going on. It's gonna be Apollo for Metallo, because he didn't have to fight for the water, so he can basically afford all the extra resources into even the faster heroic right about now. And Nephthys from Icaro definitely makes sense as well, as there's still a bit of water fight on the right, nothing all that convincing. But since Magic is not really advancing anywhere, it seems like that actually Icaro should be having easy time winning the water once he hits the heroic, which he will be quite soon. He will be quite soon, as it's gonna be all up to Mikahei if he can properly defend Swiss Boy or not, because right about now it's gonna be about him against Ivano, but at the same time also already Centaur and Jason going to be scouting the front TC and potentially trying to deny any kind of comeback that could be going on from the Atlanteans against EoMs, of course. So EoMs, right now it's just basically Ivano Terrible coming forward in here with all the units. Swiss Boy is gonna be switching, of course, into Chaos Ballista, which makes plenty of sense against Loki, and especially since he's Kronos, and Kronos does have stronger Chaos Ballista. So a few units coming forward, otherwise Blue is not really doing anything all that significant. He has advanced through Apollo, so I'm kinda thinking I wouldn't be surprised if he aimed for Fast Mythic. Yes, he is. You can see the market just now being dropped. Let's look at his resources. Definitely Fast Mythic. Looking at there, and it's gonna be pretty huge surprise, because of course you can expect it's gonna be Underworld Passage to the back in here, about here, with villagers, steal the TCs, and then of course some Colossi and whatnot. So yeah, pretty hard to deal with this early in the game. is early in the game. Otherwise, on the right, Icaro is gonna be advancing forward. He already has the Leviathan, as Magic so far hasn't advanced. He's just now gonna be coming through Hathor. So Isis with Hathor, as Hera is already up to Maximus, so not really any kind of Golsai, but just basically a normal Lightning Storm, which could be actually quite as deadly at this point. Because if he can really kill all the army that his opponents are having, it could be as surprising. And apparently right now, Swiss Boy is coming back home, so let's see if it's gonna be working for him. Because Frosts have stabilized, and it's gonna be quite significantly up to Icaro, if they can be having some kind of chance to actually win this. Because of course, if Icaro can steal the water battle in here, win. So right now hammer ships are gonna be coming in quite big throngs in here. I'm thinking, right after those cabinets are made. And they're gonna be dealing with the few siege boats that are definitely there. Yeah, basically just one. Probably gonna be coming a few more quite soon, as the construction is coming up for the temple. As Magic is trying to kill the villages, and he did kill 2. He killed 2 citizens right about now for Swiss Boy. This is absolutely disastrous for Green, because Green is down to, well, it's not really that bad. He's still having about 7 villages or whatnot with the water, which is definitely helping him. Even though he's having just a few boats in there, literally 3 fishing boats, it's just not enough. And he's gonna be denied TC for even longer, as this is very nicely played by EoMs, and they definitely know what they are overall doing. So it's looking like another dead villager, because right now it's basically just a quest to kill all the villages of Swiss Boy, and then leaving Metal to deal with the red player and whatnot, as this is gonna be... this is not gonna be denied. It's just a few Tuturmas who actually deal with all the villagers, so this is gonna be finished, not really all that much of an issue, as there is a push forward by Magic to secure the gold mines in the middle. Through, of course, the Migdal, as on the right on the water, nothing much happening, just plenty of population limit spent with, of course, here we go, with Lightning Storm killing exactly most of the army right about now, Swiss Boy, and also all the villages. This is so nicely played right about now by Metal. They killed about 5 citizens, so it's Swiss Boy. He didn't finish the TC and still is basically right now starting to get finished, and well, for the villages there, Swiss Boy is having one of the worst games. Not sure of his life, but it's definitely not great. Not great at this point. At the same time, of course, we mustn't forget that Icaro is already 2 TCs quite nicely playing, pushing ever forward, as even though Ivano the Rival is right now at 2 TCs, because he has captured the one in the middle and spamming what he can, as he's in the heroic age as well. That's of course gonna be Ancestors with Eclipse by Icaro, and with a few allies, that's gonna be goodbye TC. There shouldn't be any kind of significant defense to this, as Magic is not ready at all for this, and of course, he is still gonna be spending time getting the town center and some extra units in here as well. So, less that going on, quite alright, as the rogue has just died. That was from Magic. And on the left, we see a bit of an attempt right now at potentially Metal stealing the front TC, but it has been discovered quite in time by Mikehei, as they are still continuing in the game. And well, cannot really be said the same about Swiss Boy. Right now, the last 4 villagers and the last guard in there, trying to survive in here. It's gonna be, of course, quite hard, as there is already push for Ivano and onto Icaro in there, who is, of course, all on top of this. Let's see if he has actually enough resources for potentially some mercenaries. What is actually yellow? 6? Yeah, 6. He's having plenty of gold, so potentially can spam a mercenary or 2, but apparently he's not interested in that all that much. He has killed the TC at the bottom, as we expected, even though right now Magic has been able to get there, but, well, he's although himself under attack, but it's gonna be quite delayed, because mercenaries are there, but much more importantly, there are also some normal units in quite good numbers. So Icaro is gonna be losing this TC as well, so he's gonna be dropped to just 2. He is having the one at the very back, as on the water he has already lost, as he has pretty much given up on the economy in there, which is of course not gonna be ideal, and gonna be resulting into right now the tap out, because really, there wasn't really any kind of chance for them right about now, since Icaro was the only chance, and once he has been defeated, it's pretty much been it. So GG, very nicely played. And even though it took a bit of time for us to actually establish this game, well, right now it's there, and it's a very nice GG by EoMs, so congratulations on the win, with very good strategy overall. Nicely played, and you can see very nice sneak at the end by Metal, who was also quite on top of things. Poor Swiss Boy. That was a hard game. A very hard game for him indeed. Anyway, we are gonna be looking at the post game, where Metal is gonna be having the highest score, because, well, he was just pushing forward with the good economy and into ages and whatnot. You can see very nice boom by him, and overall quite competently played by everybody. Even Frost actually did pretty good job staying in the game and not really giving up. They really... If it wasn't probably for all the dead citizens for Swiss Boy, those about 5 dead citizens or whatnot, once he was trying to rebuild the TC, it maybe could have been still a bit longer game. But yeah, once that actually happened, it was kinda just going one way from there. Wasn't much of a chance really, because there wasn't any kind of extra country attack water 1 for Frosts on either side, so wasn't much going for them in there. Anyway, GG.